Afternoon, Facebook. Hope you're having a great Saturday. I was asked a question the other day. Why am I driven? Where's this drive come from? Where's this ambition come from? Where's this mentality come from? This mindset, this level of understanding. And it's difficult to answer that question because you can't pinpoint it on one event. Because it's a multitude of things that happen to you through your life that bridge the gaps between your knowledge of what is and what isn't. And what I mean by that is when you're looking in the mirror and you're wondering what it's all about, why things are happening to you. And then when you actually understand why those things are happening to you, if that makes sense. So when you don't know and when you do know, that's what happens. What those experiences bridge those gaps if you allow it to. But how many people don't? My drive is derived from seeing the people around me in misery and in pain and realizing that together we can change that. But separated and fragmented, we can't. You see, I've had many experiences in my life and some of them not so good when I've had opportunities that I wanted to have. But what you do is you appreciate it when those experiences and what's meant to happen doesn't, knowing full well the better things come around the corner. Because let me tell you something, I would not be in the position I am today if I didn't respect those events. Now I'm going to ask you a question. When things are going to shit, and you're looking in the mirror and you're wondering why everything's happening and you're scared about the unknown future, what is it that's going to drive you past that? Because I'm telling you now that through all of the pain and through all of the suffering that I went through, I'm still here. And I ain't going nowhere. And people can judge my work ethic. People can think they know why I'm doing this. People can try and pick apart at it, try and understand it and try and build it into one big picture, but they never will because they miss one valuable point. I do this for the people. I do it for the people that follow it. I do it for the people that need it. I do it for the people that show me respect. Because we all have the ability to change and we all have the ability to achieve, but not all of us can appreciate that yet. We can change and we can do it together. Your current situation is not defining your entire life. Half of the time, your problem is you're the same person you were 5 years ago. You've forgotten that you have to change, you have to adapt, you have to grow. And if you're not going to be doing that, you're going to stay in the same situation for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. Think about it. Look into your children's eyes and tell them all of your problems. Look into your family's eyes and tell them all of your problems and see how bad those problems really are. Because we'll tell you something, when you look in your kids' eyes and you know that if you actually stop procrastinating and stop looking at life in such a negative way, that you'd realize you can change their life as well, not only your own. Because it's not just about you. Most people want to know what they can get out of it, but it's not just about you. It's not just about me. You know, when I do these videos, it gives me a good feeling when people send me nice messages, but it's not just about my ego. It's not just about what I've been through, the suffering, the pain. It's about everything accumulated. It's about what we can be as people, because that's why I'm stood here. I am who I am. Literally, people are afraid of the idea of me, but it is me. There's nothing going to change. There's nothing different. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing that's underlying under the surface. Everything you see on the face value is what is beneath, because I'm not afraid to show it. I'm not afraid to bring myself out into the world and say, here I am. The problem is most of you are. You're afraid of what people will think of you. You're afraid of being judged by people. You're afraid of the consequences of going out and doing something different. You've got to change that. If you want to be happy, if you want to achieve what you want to achieve, if you want to change your family's life and you want to change your life, you have to stop being afraid of being judged. Let me tell you something, I've been judged a lot on who I am. People have still got their bad opinions of me, and we all do make mistakes. We all do things that we're not proud of and things that we learn from. But if we do not accept that we can grow from them as people, then we are making a big mistake. If we don't accept that people can change and people can be different and people can be good, then what's the point in it all? If you can't look into your partner's eyes and show them love, if you can't look into your family's eyes and be able to trust them, if you can't look into your children's eyes and tell them everything is going to be okay, knowing it's going to be okay, what's it all worth? Because when you look in the mirror and you're, worried about the way you look or your facial or your skin, maybe you've got spots, maybe you've got this and that, like I had them. So what? You get over it. You get through it. It isn't you. I don't link myself to that. Stick a picture of me 10 years ago and put another one of me now. I look completely different because you change. We're always changing. Take me 10 years ago and me now. I've changed. I'm not the same guy, and I never will be. You're always evolving. You're always becoming different. But if you have good morals, good values, good things behind you like honor, dignity, sacrifice, diligence, if you have all of this shit behind you, then there's no way you can't be a good person. If you're thinking of others instead of yourself, you are a good person. And everything will come falling into your lap. Stop looking at yourself and wishing you were different. Just go ahead and do it. I'm not afraid of these videos anymore. 60 videos in, the first one you should have seen it. I'm umming and ahhing and everything's like nerve-wracking and everything's like, oh my God, am I this and that. Now look at me. I will be a beacon for people because I've built myself this way. You just have to do the same. Build yourself this way. Become different. Because as soon as you do that, you attract the attention of every single person around you. And then doors open. And let me tell you, when you walk through some of those doors, you'll never look back. Have a fucking awesome Saturday. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.